The Hmong language is how, to me, it's how I perceive the world, and it also defines my culture.
I can't climb. I can't climb. Oh, there.
I think that good thing they're changing about the language. Chứ they're những món đó cho different hollow. Nhớ họ bé Hmong language. Vì they're yeah, like bên nhau sửa tây, they're Thai tây, hiểm đỏ tây, here Laos. We use another language, and it's in our language. So it's just not just the Hmong language. We use different words from the Hải Ninh nó sơn thập bé hollow.
What balloon là được? Cái balloon là được đó. Cái gì đó cũng feel.
Right now, what I experienced, the younger Hmong era is not so good at Hmong, since a lot of Hmong families now speak only English and part Hmong, but we can't change that. But as right now, the younger versions of Hmong don't know a lot of Hmong as right now.
I think it depends on the people. For example, like Thai Tây, they will still know Hmong, right? As well as they know Thai. But just like us here, we know Hmong and we also know English. But I think that the younger generation now, they tend to not want to study Hmong because most people, they're either ashamed of it or they're not taught in their family. They're not taught to speak Hmong at home, or they just prefer not to speak it.
Peter. Cà xanh nó. Đùa. Whoa, dinosaur.
I don't think it will be forgotten in the future. Ever since we came to this country, I think that we Hmong people progress and still progressing in this era, and people are getting more interested in our culture. So I don't think it will be gone in the future.
I think that in the future, the Hmong language might be forgotten. It's because even today, there's a lot of words that we are already starting to forget, and we're not remembering them already. Even our parents, even they try to teach us, we're starting to lose the accent in our tongue to pronounce some of the words, and so eventually, we might still remember some words in the future, but I believe that our language will die out because we're starting to lose not only the accent and the tongue for it, but because a lot of the newer generation is not speaking the language anymore.
Nếu ở chị
có mà có sự mau cái đặt có sự có đầu
I think just as well as any other language, it should be taught. I think parents should encourage their children to speak Hmong more, to speak their own language. Also, they should not be discouraged, and especially among their friends, even for their youth gathering or anywhere. They should be encouraged in their environment and outside too, especially with their teachers and peers. And it should, be encouraged more to speak their own language.
To switch our language most of the time, it's okay to speak English, but most of the time we should speak Hmong around them so they can understand and know our language much more better than I can, and so they can learn it in the future as well as language, as well as English too.
Nhà ta lo mong lu của muôn đó vì sao kể wa cho wa đó cứ tìm mong này của do cả cho
mong lu ni nhớ trong đêm đi mong từ bóng đau lu của mùa đưa muôn thơ thu đây phải miết liệt là chỉ mua
lũ tê chơi ya li lúa lo chua bề giờ xì lú giờ rong tia bề bề sờ wa kê lo ti thái bề mong luôn bề nữ thiên đó mưa thông luôn biết bề
mùa kỳ nhua xia thọ xì ba đơ mùa kỳ rong xia thọ ba thơ mong lu bùa mùa thia li tê tu giờ đây chỉ mùa lu tê chơi ya li lo lo chưa bề giờ xì lu chỉ lu nó ngu địa